Maddox here. I'm going to show you our 2006 Mercedes Sprinter van we have for sale. Take you on the inside, the outside, look all around, see what all we got. As you can see, we have a brand spanking new flat black paint job. We did a gloss window, faux window. Those aren't real windows, it's just glossy black paint. Also got brand new tires, brand new wheels. These tires still have the little rubber titties on them. See the little titties? They're still there. Give you a walk around. Set up with the trailer hitch, 7-way. We also have a shore power connector right here. You can see 7-way plug for your trailer with trailer brakes. This is for your shore power here when you're hooking up at a KOA or campsite. The other side of the van. Sun is shining. And the front of the van. Take you on. All right, now that I've shown you what's on the outside of the van, let me show you what's on the inside. Now inside the van, you can see we have 4 bunks in the back. Each bunk has its own map light. We also have the electric fan that blows in and out to help with the heat and or keeping it cool. Each bunk has a 110 volt outlet that when the power inverter is running will give everybody the ability to plug in their cell phones or laptops or whatever you may have. You can see each bunk comfortably fits full grown as band member. Having storage is no problem. We've got these custom built overhead storage compartments with sliding doors. Give you all kinds of extra storage for food. Here we have the TV, stereo, DVD player. Behind the TV, that's where we keep the microwave. And all of this works off of the power inverter, which I will show you shortly. Also inside this compartment is the amplifiers for the theater system. Close this right back up. And we'll step into the room on my left, which is the vanity. The mirror so that you can do your mascara, guy liner, fix your hair, or whatever. You'll also notice my sunglasses, locking drawers. These are actually rack drawers. This is actually a rack in here because we sometimes rack up gear, but also because I could use these great rack drawers which are locking and closing so they don't come flying open when you're going down the road. In here, the remote controls for like the fan, the TV, DVD player, stereo, those kinds of things. This is actual power conditioner here, so it shows we've got 113 watts of capacity going on. And here's just another drawer. The 2 drawers, and then a shelf down here, and underneath this shelf is where the battery, capacitors are stowed away and accessed because there's an additional battery there. These are your control switches that control like your power inverter and your 12-volt system. This one doesn't do anything, it was just in the future. And then we have a 12-volt plug there as well. These seats here, as you can see, 4 bunks in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4. And these are 2 more additional bunks here and here. We built these ourselves with the idea of being able to expand this down a little bit further for taller band members. So what we do with that is we actually pull this seat back, and this piece here falls in, slips forward, and now we have an even extra long bunk. But wait, there's more, because underneath this extra long bunk is where we also store some ice chest. So you'll see here two ice chests. These ice chests are unique in the fact that they are plumbed in the bottom so that they always drain, and you just keep pumping ice in there, and as the ice melts it just will drain out the bottom. Little remnants of some Bud Light right there. These are the same ice chests that we've had in this since we built this thing, so they're still holding up and doing great. And you also have some storage in and around the ice chest. Now if I turn around to the other side, we have a shorter bunk. This one unfortunately does not expand, but where it lacks in shortness, it makes up for in storage. So underneath this guy, simple, pull it up, flip it down, is where the subwoofer for the bass is, because you know we gotta have the bass, and our power inverter and our battery, and this is our battery tender, which we'll turn that on right now, and that will tend our battery. You know, we built this ourselves, so it is homemade in a sense, but we made it real common sense. We used a biggest power inverter that we could afford, and we modified it to have an extra fan on it so it stays extra cool in the event that it gets hot from being overworked, which we've never had an issue with it. The battery is been working just fine for us this whole time, and this whole system can be switched over to run on shore power with a simple unplugging of a power strip and plugging into the shore power line, which is a simple 5-second connection. So there you go. That's pretty much the mechanical part of it. Worth noting that all of the light fixtures all have the ability to be turned off and on individually, so that you have personalized light in the event where we're going down the road and everybody is sleeping, but you want to sit up and read a book. You can do so either in your bunk or out here, real simply by pushing a button. The inside material that we use to construct all this is the exact same material that they make road cases out of. So you can't really mess it up. You can wipe it down. I mean, we've had all kinds of craziness going on in here, and ain't nothing a little Windex and some Lysol can't fix. It's all aluminum trim. Here we have a curtain. This is a simple shower rod, but it serves a purpose. My mom custom sewed these wonderful drapes for us to fit in nicely. Turn the vanity off here. Turn this off here. Turn that back on. Here's the front cabin. Here you have the steering wheel, cruise control, of course, all works. The mileage reads 340 miles, but of course we have a completely remanufactured engine in here that has approximately 60,000 miles on it and still has plenty of life left. This radio does work, although I don't have it on right now. This button here is to control the AC unit. Whoever had this before us had made this override switch to keep the compressor going, because this engine is designed to turn the compressor off when it needs more power. And so we use this when we're traveling up hills or when we need more power. We go ahead and shut that down, and then we flip it back on to control the air. We don't actually have an AC unit in the rear. We did have one, but it was only able to be utilized when we were connected to shore power, and since we didn't have an external generator on here, I have considered putting a smaller 110 unit in, maybe down here on the floor. I thought about doing, but the big one was just too big. It got too cold for us in here, and we found that the actual exhaust fan, which allows us to not only draw hot air out, but in cooler climates we can actually reverse that and blow cool air in, and that seems to have been working a lot better. We use this old school, one of my trucker buddies, old school trucker cruise control, idle control prop rod here when we are idling, to just bring up the idle just slightly, around 1,000, 1,500 RPMs, to maintain the air conditioner, and as well as the other 12-volt systems back here. We found that if you don't have it idling, that you will actually run your battery dead, because your alternator won't make enough power to recharge it quick enough. I have wanted to upgrade the alternator on here, and it's one thing that I have not done, and I recommend that if somebody does you know, go ahead and upgrade it. I think it's $600–700 for a high performance alternator to go in, or you can actually run an additional alternator. Also up here in the front we have these individual map lights. So again, the co-pilot can have his on and be co-piloting. There's also some speakers in the front from the back, so that you have a nice sound system in here. When you're in the music business, you want your music to sound good. So that about wraps up the inside and outside tour of our van. The asking price for this van is $15,000. We've got, like I said, brand new tires. We also have a rebuilt engine with approximately 60,000 miles on it, and a brand spanking new paint job, painted just so we could sell it and have it looking good going down the road for whoever buys it. If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. You can email me at maddox@messerband.com. That's MADDOXMESSERBAND.com. Thanks for watching.
What doesn't kill me? What doesn't kill me? What doesn't